First one. Get to just hang back for like 6 minutes, I think. I'm gonna give to like 7:05. How are you? Good, good. That's awesome. I know, I hope oh, well, I'm grateful you're here too. I'm doing great. Doing just fantastic. Navigating all the energy. Hello. Alright, we're slowly gaining on. Hello, hello. Like always, we're gonna give it like 5 more minutes. Just to get as many people on here as possible. I'm glad you are here. Hello. Yay, this is gonna be a big one. Again, going into the heart space today of the collective. And that in itself, going into the heart space for just ourselves can be a difficult process, but I have no doubts that today will go just great based on how the past 3 weeks have gone. They've been so powerful each time, and I'm so thankful for each of you who comes and joins every week or watches afterwards. Give it like 4 more minutes. Does anyone have any questions about today? I'll go a little bit more into what the meditation will be about once more people have joined. But if anyone has any questions about the collective heart space or curiosities, just let me know. Hello. Hello. So we're going to make sure our protection is up around our heart, especially tonight. Especially if you tend to take on a lot of energy, a lot of emotional energy. It's important to keep that protective measure up around your heart space, so that you're not accidentally taking energy out of the collective grid and putting it in your own heart. You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing that, we're going to transmute the energy again and not take it on ourselves. Because it's harder to serve the collective if we're just taking on all of the energy and then getting into deep dark holes. Hello. I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes. People are slowly joining on, and then we'll get started with the introduction and everything. There's not too much to talk about before actually going into the meditation tonight. You feel a headache. Okay. Well, if you have any oils, or if you feel like the headache is not going to benefit you during the meditation, or is going to distract you, or you just need to rest, don't feel like you have to stay. These are recorded, so you can always come back after. But you know, I've been getting a lot of headaches too, and I've had a couple other people talk about getting headaches. There's a lot of very cosmic energy going on right now, and I think many many people are getting migraines, headaches, pounding in the head, the whole 9 yards. So don't feel alone in that. I've definitely been going through that as well. But I'm just going to start going over the introduction and what this is all about. Oh, yep, see, somebody else just said same. So, headaches, very common right now. Not now. Same here. For some reason, not right now, even though they've been like constant all day. So, the collective heart space is a place of many energies. It can either be really overwhelming, hard to read, or really anything in between. I don't want to put much what is the word? What is wrong with me right now? I don't want to put expectation on what you will see or what you should see, but I will just say when I went in there this morning, it was really hard to get a read on the collective heart space. It was hard to see anything, which what that told me was that there's lots of hearts are very closed off right now, and I think that's been a pattern that has been happening for thousands and thousands of years. That heart space, the heart space being connected to spirit and the mind has been completely, like, for many, really disconnected. So obviously that makes sense. Going into the collective heart space, hard to read. Volatile, maybe. Yep, it could be. I think everybody's gonna get a different message going into the grid, because each of our medicine, like all of the medicine we carry, is so individual to us, and whatever we need to bring into the collective heart space is going to show itself. It's going to be very apparent. And that's why I said, like, don't put an expectation. If you go into the heart grid and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many emotions, let the emotions happen and ride it out. But if you go in there and you're like, I feel nothing, then it's just more information for you in what you need to bring into the collective. But it is 7:06, so we are going to start the meditation. So if you're not already in a comfortable position, a comfortable spot in your bedroom, if you need to grab any protective measures, any oils, herbs, crystals, prayers, anything that helps you get into this space, please do so now. All right. And once we're comfortable, we're going to start with 3 deep breaths. Bring these in at your own pace. Allow them to clear any stagnant energy. And once you've taken 3 deep breaths, begin feeling the heaviness of your body wherever you are, on the floor, the bed, and feel it begin to sink deeper and deeper. Allowing this heaviness to act as your surrender. And then give yourself a moment to just sit with this feeling of just merging with your surroundings. While we give gratitude to all four directions and the energies which help in all of those directions. We give gratitude to the East for giving us clarity, for allowing us to put what the heart feels into motion in the physical. We give gratitude to the South. A thank you to the Great Mother for nourishing our bodies, and a thank you to our physical vessels for waking up another day so that we may continue our vision and our work. We give gratitude to the West for allowing us to dive inward and feel the heartbeat of the universe, to express love that is so sacred. And we give gratitude to the North, the energy of the Spirit in all things, for showing what it means to be sacred beings living in the physical. Now, take this time to bring in any ancestors, animal powers, guardians or guides, angels, archangels, masters of light, any energies that you know help protect you and guide you. Before we go into the collective heart grid. And now bring focus to your star, specific to you, and bring down its light all the way to your physical vessel. Allow it to wash over your body, starting from your crown to your heart and to your feet. Breathe in this tube of light and its protection, your tether and your vehicle up to the cosmos. And then see your roots shooting out of your feet and going directly in to Mother Earth, past all of her layers, mixing with the roots of the plant allies, eventually meeting her center. And once you've reached the center, connect your roots to her and give gratitude for this tether that keeps you grounded. And allow her energy to flow back up your roots, all the way into your feet. And let it flow through your entire body, feeling it enter every cell, every DNA strand, restructuring and calibrating anything that you've picked up during the day. And now, bring focus to your own heart space. Feeling the heartbeat, noticing if it's slow or fast. Giving gratitude to a piece of our vessel that holds Creator, that acts as a bridge to all other worlds. And continue with your focus on your heartbeat. While also feeling the heartbeat of the universe begin to beat around you. Feel this pulse merging with your own. Aligning you with the universe. And now, bring in your protection, whatever that looks like for you, and bring in extra around your heart space with the intention of not taking anything on, purely going in to do this work for the collective so that we may continue to be in service. And feel this security begin to form around your heart, letting you know that it's safe and it's okay to travel into this space of the collective heart grid. And begin to let your mind know that it's okay to surrender. That it's okay to release. If you're holding any tension in your body, relax it now. And on your next exhale, allow your spirit to begin unlocking from your body. And with each exhale, allow it to rise up a little bit more until you're hovering above your physical vessel. Trust that your medicine is powerful. Trust yourself in your work. And now, as you hover within this tube of light, with the intention of going into the collective heart grid, we're going to shoot up. And your guides will lead you. Your animal will lead you. You know where to go. And once you've entered the collective heart grid, take note of what it looks like for you, how it appears. Is it dark? Can you navigate just fine? But something that's universal within this grid are the grid lines or veins themselves. Begin to feel or see these veins and lines traveling in a concise way, like pathways within our own hearts. And allow yourself to feel this energy. Feel in a state of observance. What is this feeling telling you about the collective energy and where the collective heart is at the moment, this space within the West? And now we're going to bring in the sacred waters. The water that is so present with life. The element of the West. The clearing. And we're going to project and send this water through all of the grid lines in the veins. And what this water is going to do is collect information about the collective heart. For each of you and us as individuals. Watch the water travel through all of the veins and pathways. And once you feel in your own heart that the sacred water that you sent has gathered information pertaining to your medicine and what you must bring in for the collective during this time, begin to bring the water you sent in back within your hands. And after you've gathered this water with the information, look into it. And fall into the vision or the feeling. What is this water telling you? And what is this information showing you relating to your own medicine and what you can bring in, especially tomorrow and moving forward? And we're really going to take our time with this vision or the messages that they're telling you, because it's very important to remember to plant it in the conscious mind so that we may be of service. Once you feel like the message has been received, you're going to take this water that has been through the grid, traveling through the emotional body of all, and you're going to throw it up your tube of light, back into the ether, so that this energy may be transmuted so that it's not taken on, so it doesn't grow and fester within the collective heart. And feel the immediate lightness after tossing that water back up into ether. And now, with the universal yellow ray of light, we're going to project this ray into all of the pathways. To act as protection, clearing, clarity. So that during these times, the emotions felt are not only met with confusion, but met with understanding and growth. And watch as this yellow ray travels through each of the pathways, lighting the grid up while also keeping it cloaked, giving gratitude to the energy for being able to bring this medicine in. And now we're going to send the pink ray of light into the grid through all of the pathways, moving up against the yellow ray for compassion, for gentleness, for the healing of the pain that really has floated to the surface of this grid. Watch this pink ray. And see it move. And notice if this light is getting stuck at any point within this grid. And take note of that for later. And now it's time to bring in the fire, the severity. The severity in clearing that needs to take place. For all of the repression of heartache. For all of the loneliness and fear. For the lack of faith. And the severity of this fire reignites the inner flame within the collective grid space. A flame that has been dimmed for many. And even if we reignite our own on the daily, we must think of those that feel they do not deserve that. Those who have forgotten their divinity. So now we let these flames burn through the grid, not destroying it, but traveling in all of the pathways, acting as the master of clearing. Relighting any dim spots within the grid space. Feel its warmth. See the brightness as it mixes with both the yellow and the pink ray. Notice and feel how the energy within the grid begins to shift. Perhaps there's still some spots that you have noticed that need more work. Note those for later as well. And now, together, we're going to bring in the sacred lightning once again. The spirit of lightning really reforms and reignites the grid with flashes and huge amounts of energy at once. So with the intention, begin gathering your personal lightning. And at the end of the countdown, strike the heart grid with the intention of truly reforming this space, helping to reclaim sacredness and reverse any darkness that has plagued the heart space. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep sending these lightning bolts into the grid, seeing the flashes, seeing it begin to rewire and reform any broken pieces of this grid, working with the fire hand in hand as the pink and yellow rays begin circulating around, moving faster and faster. And again, give gratitude to the lightning. And now, with your personal medicine, whether you already knew what to bring for the collective heart grid, or if you learned from staring within the sacred waters, begin navigating this grid and working this healing, your personal healing with your intentions and prayers into the grid. Perhaps you're working with another wonderful soul who is also up in the grid with everyone right now. And whatever medicine it is, carry it with gentleness, because there is a lack of balance within the collective heart grid. And there may, for a long time, there's been a lot of severity. And although severity is used to clear, we must also bring in this gentleness. Gentleness so that people may release any energy or burdens within their heart, any trauma or sorrow. And this gentleness is an act of love. No matter what is going on within the world, we are always here for one another. And having this energy implanted within the heart space grid of all is very important for shifting and for changes. And take your time with this medicine, picking up any downloads along the way, any visions, allowing any emotions to rise up. Once you are finished with your medicine, remember that you can always return here, bringing this medicine once again, learning any new information about the collective heart space. And we are going to bring in the sacred waters once again. We began with the waters and must end with the waters. That is the element of the heart. And in whatever way, however this shows up for you, bring in the sacred waters to act as a cloak or protection or healing, clearing, balancing. Perhaps the water you bring is just to be there, as it is supposed to be. Sending any messages or prayers within these waters. And also allow this water to flow through your spirit, cleansing you within this heart space. Now, let us give gratitude to all of the energies beyond which are assisting during this time, and to one another for bringing in this medicine and this work, for being able to sit and bring in sacredness within the collective heart grid. Once you feel like the work you have done is what is necessary for right now, we're going to begin exiting the heart grid, keeping the protection up, making sure to not take anything on as we exit. And in your tube of light, begin coming back down to earth, all the way down until you see your body once again. And with your breath, begin to lock back into your body, into your crown, into your third eye, into your throat, into your heart, into the solar plexus, into the sacral, and into the root. Feel yourself lock back into your body. Begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. Integrate the information with your conscious mind. Allow any emotional release to happen. And give gratitude to all of the energies you work with and call upon, to the heart, to the grid, and to yourself. And when you are ready, begin opening your eyes and coming back into the physical. Seeing your room. And once you have opened your eyes and come back, allow yourself to just be in this space. I know it can be overwhelming at times, but what you did is really brought in this work. And I thank you for being here and for showing up with courage, maybe trying something new, and for trusting in your medicine. I'd like to stay on as always and hear if anybody had any experiences that they'd like to share. I'll stay on for a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so thankful for everyone who joined and stayed. Again, this meditation will be recorded as always and posted on YouTube. If you joined halfway through and were like, oh, this isn't gonna work. But yeah, I'll be on for probably another 10 minutes just to talk, communicate. If anybody has any questions or anything that they, again, would like to share, I'll just be here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Bring in the moon medicine, they told me. Yes, yes, yes. Bring in and facing that darkness and really understanding the feminine energy within the moon to help us navigate that, to light that up. Beautiful. Yeah, when I went in, they said like sacred songs, like playing sacred songs out loud every night. We're living in the future. Interesting. I mean, technically, yeah, because time's really not real. It's just a construct. So technically, present is future in alternate dimensions and is future in past and everything. Time is just going like this always. That's a beautiful message, though. Exactly what you needed to hear. Thank you. Sending so much love to you all for joining and for being here. I think that's it. I won't keep everyone for too long, but if anyone has anything else to say, let it out now before I end the live. But again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think there were as many people tonight, but I hope people do it afterwards, because the more the merrier. We really got to bring in this protection. Thank you so much love. Week 2, woohoo! Next week will be next week is the collective spirit, so we'll be going into that space. That'll be fun. But yeah, next Sunday, same time, again, we'll be going back in to all of the things within this sacred grid. And then after that, we'll be going into the divine feminine. Oh, okay. Did I misinterpreted that? Okay. What I mean is that what we're doing now won't appear for a while, but it's very important. Yes, I agree. I really agree with that. I think it's things that, you know, humanity is not really at a stage to really recognize or understand these things yet, but we will be. Especially with all of the things happening, and like there are some big changes coming, and I think, you know, within the next 100 years or so, or even more than that, maybe, there's going to be lots of advancements. I don't think we're going to be as focused on the material aspect of life anymore. I think we are slowly starting to go back to the sacredness, but it's going to be a slow process, because what has risen must fall, and we're kind of in the middle of that right now. So we gotta hold strength, keep showing up. Thank you so much again for everybody who brought their medicine. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.